What up guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're gonna skip the whole intro and just get right into it. So you clicked on this video because you want to attract that girl. You know, that girl that you've been having your eye on, that everybody else wants, that probably talking to for a while, maybe you had a couple classes with her or something like that, or maybe she's at your job, or maybe you've just seen her on the street, or maybe you've just seen her in a cafe and you were a little nervous to even go up and say hi to her. Either way, it's that girl, and today I'm gonna tell you in this video how to get that girl, which is likely your perfect 10. Right, so this is also the girl you might see on the Instagram Explore page. You might have had a few interactions with this girl, but for some reason, no matter what you try, all your efforts, you just can't get her, okay? So before I explain how to do it, I'm gonna give you a bit of a story. So, when I was in college, I had a really big crush on this one girl. For the sake of the story, I'm just gonna name her, for the sake of the story, I'll name her Ariana. So this girl's name was Ariana, and when I was in college, I had this big crush on this girl, but I could never really understand why, despite me inviting her to all these cool parties that my hockey team was throwing at college, despite me, even talking to her at, certain bars or inviting her to certain events, rarely one, would she ever show up, and two, she always seemed to leave early in the night, and I just wouldn't even really know where she went. It was almost like a very rare sighting to even see her out in the first place. When I was talking to her and when I was trying to flirt with her a little bit, it was just like, it wasn't like speaking to nothing, it was just like I could tell that she was just not receiving almost anything. I knew this girl pretty well, right? I had a couple classes with her, and I'd always definitely be aware of her, out of the corner of my eye, or when I was going to class, even getting a little bit excited to even talk to her. This girl she was in my head a lot, but I could never really figure out why I couldn't start basically dating her. I couldn't figure out why. Until now. Until now. Yeah, 5 years later, a couple years out of college, I finally realized why I never had a chance with that girl. So how did I get to that realization? Well, it's been, like I said, about 5 years since I really had a heavy crush on this girl, and now, I'm a couple years out of college. I've been building up my business. I obviously live in this, amazing house here out in LA, and what I'm realizing now is the reason that I never had a chance when I was 18, 19, 20 with this girl is because, and I don't mean to sound conceited, guys like me exist. Guys who are significantly older, more experienced, wealthier, just know how to have a better fun time, know how to flirt, know how to show the girl a good time. I finally made that connection. This was really a few months ago I made this connection that the girls I date now are the girls that in college I just simply never had a shot with. It's not to say that there's absolutely no way that the college version of me, 18, 19, 20-year-old Arlin, wouldn't have been able to meet this girl and take this type of girl on a date, that girl. It's just that I never really saw the other options that she had. I didn't realize how many guys were flooding her DMs. I didn't realize how little I really was in terms of what value I offered her in comparison to all of these other guys. Now, even today, I'm not saying every girl is attracted to me, and in fact, that's obviously far from the case. But the guy that I am now is just simply a much more attractive version, significantly more attractive version than the version of me when I was 18, 19, or 20. And what that also allows me to realize is even girls that, I meet from time to time that even now, for example, aren't attracted to me, there's just far more experienced, even wealthier, successful, and obviously it's not about wealth, but it does help. There's just more experience, more guys who can show her a better time, guys who can show her a more fun time, just simply by the resources that they have access to. So what am I saying here? What's the point? Well, the point is, of course, there's ways that you can maneuver your way into these situations where potentially you have a chance with your, perfect 10. I have had a couple experiences from time to time where I felt like this girl is way significantly out of my league. I don't know how I pulled this off. At the same time, what I've really learned, I guess, with age is that just go now for the girls that are interested in you. As guys, we tend to have this this mentality, and I think probably women too, or whatever orientation you're into, I don't really care. We tend to have this thought that like the grass is greener on the other side, and the girls that have interest in us now, we for some reason like push them away a little bit. And it's kind of silly because the girl that's interested in you now, 5 years ago, you would have been thrilled to have a chance with her. So now what I'm saying is like, just be more receptive to people who are giving you attention now, so that 5 years from now, the girl that right now is your perfect 10 will actually be interested in you, and that you will actually take up that opportunity. I'm not saying settle. I'm not saying like take what you can get. I'm not saying don't aim higher. What I'm saying is, there's probably some amazing women in your life that you are passing up just because you think the grass is greener on the other side, when the reality is that type of mentality is only going to bring you further down that path. So even 5 years from now, when you are more successful, able to show women a better time, you're still gonna have the same mindset. You're still gonna think, oh, well, yeah, sure, this girl is interested in me, but what about that one? And so, just take what comes. What I'd like to get into now is actually just a bit of like actual examples of how, you might be able to think about getting that girl, whether it's now or whether it's in the longer term. And I think it's realizing that that girl is interested and attracted to some guy out there, okay? She already is. You just have to think, which guy is it? And if you really want to date that girl, then you have to become more like that guy. I'm not saying change yourself for a girl, obviously, stay true to yourself and your goals, but you gotta understand, like, I know some girls that I'm really close friends with that almost exclusively date NHL players, and like, even like exclusively dating first round draft picks. It's not to say like, you have no chance with that girl, but she definitely has a type. So when you recognize that a girl has a type, the girl that you see now, that is where the grass is greener, right, that you really want, think about who she's dating and think about what that guy is like, and then compare himself to you and start seeing, oh, okay, so that guy, okay, he's like definitely significantly more successful than me. Maybe he's maybe he's a business owner. Maybe he's obviously been working on himself and his fitness for a long time. If you start to realize that the way to attract that girl is just to make yourself better, well, it makes a lot more sense. And then in the meantime, while you're making yourself better, just go for the girls that are already interested in you. In fact, let's have some love start happening, right? Just go on your phone and make a list of all the girls that have been giving you attention that you've been like writing off because you didn't think they were good enough for you. Invite one out, go on a date, or invite her to a party, or do something with that girl that you've been, writing off. Just do it, and you'll have a good time, I absolutely promise. Yeah, that's it. If you like this video, drop a thumbs up and a comment of any other types of videos you want to see, and DM me on Instagram the words "I'm in" if you want me to help you build a social circle from complete scratch, even if you have no connections at all. I'm doing these 30-minute calls where you will get to hop on with me and my team, and we'll actually give you advice on what's blocking you from building this social circle and how you can build your dream social circle in several weeks. That's the last thing I'll really say here, is that sometimes, or what I realized too in the last several years, is like your social circle, your friend group can have a major impact on, the type of girl that you end up dating. Because if you want to, date a certain girl, well, the fastest way to get to her, if you're not already that guy, is to just be friends with the guys that she is interested in. And then at least you're on their playing field, right? And you're getting invited to the same dinners, and you're getting invited to the same parties. And, so social circles is really, the shortcut to all of this. But, in the meantime, just understand, if there's girls giving you attention now and you're writing them off, stop doing that. Like, just reciprocate. Give girls interests that are interested in you. And two, grow your social circle, but also grow yourself at the same time. So yeah, if you really want me to actually create a drastic transformation in your social circle and your social life, just DM me on Instagram the words "I'm in," and I'm gonna help you out a ton with a one-on-one call with me and my team. So just DM me the words "I'm in," and I'll send you a link. You'll sign up for that call and, message me the day and time of your call, and I might be able to hop on. So hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, again, drop a thumbs up. watch some more of these here, and see you in the next video. Peace.